The honourable member for Cape Breton Centre.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, my question is for the Minister of Health. Young people in Nova Scotia using the texting support service offered by the National Kids Help Phone discussed suicide the most out of any other province or territory during the first 6 months of this service. 2,565 young Nova Scotians used the service in the first part of 2018, many of whom were in immediate danger to themselves or to others. Mr. Speaker, does that fact that more than 2,500 young people needed crisis support in the space of 6 months not raise a huge red flag to this government?
The Honourable Minister of Health.
Mr. Speaker, again, I assure the member opposite and all members of the legislature that, in fact, the situation for youth who find themselves in such a situation is of concern. And Mr. Speaker, that's why we have been investing heavily. We've been investing not just through the Department of Health and Wellness and our partners, the Nova Scotia Health Authority and the IWK, but through Education Department, Community Services and others. Mr. Speaker, what I think is important, though, is that those young people felt comfortable enough, confident enough in Nova Scotia to reach out, that we provided the access to those services for them to reach out to be connected, so that we could connect them to the help that they needed.
The honourable member for Cape Breton Centre.
Mr. Speaker, since when is texting or calling somebody the answer to somebody's attempt at suicide? That is a disgrace, Mr. Speaker. 3.5 psychiatrists out of 16 is what we have in Cape Breton, just saying. Mr. Speaker, when young people contact the Kids Help Phone, they are connected with someone who is trying to keep them safe. If the child cannot stay safe, the volunteer can refer them to the RCMP or local police to take over the situation. But what happens after the police get involved? When does that child get access to sustained support in their community? I know in Cape Breton it's a very, very long time, and a phone call to the IWK doesn't cut it. Integrated youth services can provide that point of contact and keep kids from falling through the cracks. Mr. Speaker, when will the minister ensure that all young people in our province can access in-person mental health supports close to home?
The Honourable Minister of Health.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Again, I'm pleased for the member raising her concerns. I hope she appreciates the investments we are making to do just that. Mr. Speaker, one of the recommendations that came to me very shortly after coming to this role was actually a recommendation to expand a program that started in Cape Breton in the members region called Caper Base. This is an adolescent outreach model, Mr. Speaker, that provides direct access to youth in community in partnership through our school systems, Mr. Speaker. I was pleased just a couple of weeks ago to announce that expansion in other parts of our province, Mr. Speaker. I believe it's been rolled out to over 40 additional schools now, Mr. Speaker, providing that care and that support, which builds upon other services like the Kids Help Phone and Strong's Families programs, which provides virtual contact points for those youth.